Thanks for tuning into the pilot episode of this new show. This is a test to see if you'd be into a show like this. If you like it, drop a comment down below. I'll make it a regular thing. If not, that's cool too. Just let me know. Welcome to episode 1 of Oversaturated.
I'm a strong introvert. This is uncomfortable. I was kidding. I know you, so it's not bad.
I'm Taylor Jackson, and this is Oversaturated, a show about marketing, business, and standing out as a creative entrepreneur in an oversaturated market.
But yeah, I'm a strong introvert. So weeks I should show you my calendar. My day-to-day is a series of meetings with strangers in 30-minute increments. There's 22 of them, and this is just my day. And I find these days super, super exhausting, especially when I have to interface with large groups of people or do big presentations. It's absolutely insanely tiring. So I need to recharge, and to do that, generally I go home and I sit on the toilet. I'm not even lying to you. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just sitting there because it's a comfortable, quiet place where nobody can reach me. I'm blushing because it's a very honest admission. I'm an introvert.
A few years ago, Michael, Donna, and our resident Matt Damon lookalike, Mike McCauley, traveled to the most introverted place on Earth, Antarctica, where we met many other animals that were actually a lot more social than us. Donna was writing her book. Mike McCauley had just started dating his now longtime girlfriend, Shalena, and Mike, well, we think he was there just to drift rental cars on mountain passes in Patagonia. Travel is one of the ways that I recharge as an introvert. Even though on the surface it feels like you're surrounded by people, it's where I actually feel the most myself. In this case, I find calmness in the fact that everyone on this ship is part of the same journey, and we have something very easy and remarkable in common. In situations like this, I don't feel forced about small talk or interactions that drain and deplete all of my mental resources. I think I chose photography as a career because it allows me to be in and document social situations without having to be continuously active in them. I have a camera to hide behind and a task to do, a reason to be there. Even with travel, I always travel with a purpose. I'm really bad at just relaxing, and it actually gets me more stressed out if I'm not able to do work that benefits my future every single day. For a long time, I struggled very hard with being an introvert. I felt that to get to the next level in business and in life that I had to be a Vinny Chase from Entourage or a Richard Branson with a larger-than-life personality, but you don't. It's taken me years to become okay with being quiet and realize it's actually where I am the happiest. Can you learn to change your personality to be an extrovert? I don't know, but I do know that I can do it in short bursts now.
I think extroversion is a learned tactic. I don't know if introversion can be learned by an extrovert. So I think you're kind of better off to be an introvert from what I understand. The way I prepare for the day is I get up at 5:30 and I visualize my day. I look at my calendar and I think about all the meetings and all the conversations I'm going to have, and I visualize what they're going to look like. And if there's any anxiety, I prepare myself accordingly. That's how I've learned to manage it. And in that morning between 5 and say 7:30, I'm waking up, I'm getting cleaned up, I'm sitting in my little quiet place. I walk the dog, I have a coffee. My wife Donna's around. She's also an introvert, but she's also an entrepreneur. And so we have a ton of empathy and compassion for what each other is going through. And I find that really sets me up nicely. And then in the evening, I try to do the same thing. What I find in the evenings is to do the 5 a.m. thing really well, you gotta be in bed by 10:30, or else you're gonna start to run yourself pretty ragged at both ends. And my day often, I have a meeting from 9 to 9:30 tonight. It's a call because we do a lot of business on the West Coast. And so in that half hour before bed, I just really try to be with myself, with Donna, with the dog, with the cat, and have no external interactions whatsoever.
As creatives and entrepreneurs, we find our voices in many different places. Here in Antarctica, we have fully immersed ourselves in the experience of being here and figuring out what story it is we want to document. As with all projects, we try our best to go in with no preconceived ideas of what this documentary is going to become. We know that we're going to be building the framework as we go, which is scary, but it's one of the reasons that I love creating this style of content. Every project feels completely different. It's so easy as a shy, quiet human to get discouraged when you watch or listen to other entrepreneurs online. Everyone seems so polished and professional. It takes years to get there and make it feel natural if you're introverted. So don't stress out if you're not there yet. Work at what you want to be doing every single day. Not everyone is going to support you or care about your journey, and this includes your close circle of friends and family, and that actually hurts a lot. So we have to learn to work in a vacuum with not a lot of outside voices coming in. I feel as an introvert, this is the place where I can actually learn the quickest. So I've reframed that lack of feedback and social acceptance as something that makes me work harder and faster. You're using what a lot would consider to be a negative to fuel you rather than upset you. And over the past 10 years, I've made about 1,000 videos and most of them suck. I couldn't speak in front of a camera when I started out, but I knew that it's something that I wanted to do in my life, so I just worked at it every single day. I've found the things that help me create better content and better art, like writing all of these words first rather than just trying to wing it. I'm not good at winging it and I know that, so I have to do it a different way. A way that all of the extroverted YouTubers would never have taught me. And while I do look up to people that are natural extroverts, I know that they're often the loudest, and I don't need to take all of their advice as truth to me. The challenge is that most of the educational content out there online is from extroverted people. So spend the time, figure out what pieces work for you, and when in doubt, find your quiet place and recharge.
You know what's actually really funny about the toilet thing? Just to express my level of introversion, on the first day of grade 9, I went to a high school where a lot of my classmates kind of got into trouble over the summer. And in fact, of my graduating class of grade school, only 5 or 6 finished high school. And so I got to high school and all these guys, my friends, were like super, super cool, and they're on different lunches. And so I had nobody to eat lunch with. And so I started by walking the halls, and I had my lunch, and I didn't want to be that like guy eating his lunch in the hallways. So I went into a bathroom stall and I lifted my feet and I ate my lunch sitting on the toilet in the bathroom stall, because the big groups of people, strangers, like it just wasn't me. And then I met a group of guys that would crawl the hallways at lunch, like a group of introverts looking for pennies. We would collect this like big treasure box full of pennies. Brian Dan Paul was the leader of that pack. And slowly I like made my way into the school cafeteria at lunch, but the toilet has always been my safe place. I've never told anybody that story. Donna knows that story. Yeah. And I think I told it I was valedictorian, and I think I told that in my speech. That was also a terrifying moment for an introvert, but yeah, you can learn to be an extrovert when you need to. You learn your coping mechanisms. For me, it's like preparation. I just need to be prepared. I bet there's like probably like millions of introverts in the world that'll be like sitting on the toilet watching this video being like, oh my God, like I'm not the only one, because why would an introvert tell another introvert that they use the toilet as like their sacred place?